Welcome back everyone. So in last few days I have made few videos on the custom ISO like Atlas OS, Revi OS and the Ghost Inspector. But many of you made a comment that they want their own custom ISO that should be safe, optimized, debloated and with the pre-installed software. So in this video I will be showing you the best method to create your own best debloated and optimized copy of Windows 10 or Windows 11. And this method works 100%, so make sure that you do not skip any part. And without any delay, let's quickly get started. Alright, so the very first thing that you need to do, you need to download the Windows 10 or 11 ISO for whichever you want to create a custom ISO. So bring up your browser and in the search you have to type Windows 11 ISO download. Now I'm doing this for Windows 11, but if you want to go with Windows 10, then you can search for Windows 10. Then you have to click on the first link of Microsoft, click on it, and here scroll down to the bottom. You will find download Windows 11 disk image, click on the drop down, choose Windows 11 multi-edition, click on download now, choose the product language, click on confirm, and then finally you have to click on 64-bit download. Now the downloading will be started and it's around 6.3 gigabytes, so it will take some time, so you have to wait until it's all been downloaded. So meanwhile it's downloading, open a new tab in the browser. Then you have to type filehippo.com. This is a popular website to search any kind of software. And here in the search software you have to type VMware. Hit the enter key. Then you will be getting the VMware workstation player. Click on it. And here you can click on the download free version. Now why I'm recommending you to download from here, because as of now the VMware website is not working. So let me quickly show you. If I go to VMware download and click on their official website and click on download now, so it says connection timed out. So as of now their website is down. So instead what you can do, you can come to this website and download the VMware from here. So once you have downloaded the VMware workstation, you need to click on the downloaded file. You need to go with the installation process and wait until the ISO downloading is being completed. Okay, so finally the Windows 11 ISO has been downloaded. Now next you have to search for the VMware because you have already installed it. I have already downloaded, so you will find this kind of page and you can see that I am running multiple virtual machine on the left hand side. So the very first time when you will come to this page, you need to click on create a virtual machine. Then you need to select install a disk image, click on browse, and then you need to locate to the place where you have downloaded the Windows 11 ISO or Windows 10 for whichever you want to create a custom ISO. Select the ISO, then you need to click on open, click on next, virtual machine name, if you want to give any name, then you can give it, click next. Here you have to enter any kind of password, so I will just go with the basic one, and then you need to click on next. Maximum disk size you can keep as it is, click on next. Customize hardware, click on it. Now you might be thinking that why exactly we are creating a virtual machine and why we are configuring this kind of options. Now let me tell you, we are not using any kind of third-party tool because majority of the people have the question that whether those tools are safe or not. So we are using a manual method where we will be optimizing the Windows 11 in a virtual machine, and then we will be exporting the custom ISO from this virtual machine. Alright, so everything will be clear. Make sure you don't skip any part. Okay, so whatever RAM you want to take, at least go with the 6 GB if you have enough RAM on your computer. Processor, you can go at least with 2, but if you have the good one, then you can go at least with 3 or 4. Click on close, click on finish, and the virtual machine will now be loading up. Now it will ask you to press any key, so press any key and the Windows 11 logo will be appearing up. Now here we have to go with the basic Windows 11 installation. So choose your language, choose the time and currency format, click on next, click on install now. It will ask you to activate the Windows. So if you want to activate and need a activated copy of Windows 11 or Windows 10, then you can activate it. Now this step can be manually done once the installation is being completed. So I will click I don't have a product key. Then you have to choose the version, the edition, that what kind of Windows edition you want to create. So I will go with Windows 11 Pro. If you want to go with any other like home, education or any other edition, then you can select it. Click on next. Check the agreement box, click on next, click on custom. If you want to create any kind of partition, then you can click on new and create a new partition. I will only keep one partition here. Then I will click on next and the installation process will now be started. So you will have to wait here for some time until the installation process is being completed. Alright, so now finally it will ask you to log in with the Microsoft account. So if you want to go with the Microsoft, then you can continue, but I want to go with the local account. So I will use a small trick here. On this page only, I will press the shift along with the F10 key and this will bring up the command prompt. Now at first we have to disable the internet connection. So type ncpa.cpl. This will bring up the network connection. So whichever network connection it shows you, like Ethernet or Wi-Fi, if it shows you both of them, then right click on it and choose disable. Now keep in mind, once the Windows will be installed, you have to again open this and re-enable them. Now next you have to type another command, that will be ob/bypass nro. Hit the enter key and this will say just a moment. So again wait for some time. And now again you have to choose the region or country, then choose the keyboard layout, skip the second layout. Okay, and now this time it says let's connect to your network because we have disabled the internet connection. So I will click I don't have internet. Click on continue with limited setup. And bingo, now we have the option to go with a local account. So give whatever name you want to give. I will give as test. Click on next. It will ask you a password. I will skip it. Click on next again. Choose privacy setting for your device. So we will go ahead and disable all of them because we have to create an optimized copy of Windows 11. Alright, so finally you can see that Windows 11 has been installed on a virtual machine. Now next what we have to do here, we have to add another hard disk to this virtual machine. So for that you have to shut down the virtual machine. On the left hand top you will find this icon. Click on the drop down and click on shut down guest. Click on yes and the virtual machine will now be closed. Now again click on your Windows search, type VMware, click on VMware workstation. Now here from the left hand side you will find your virtual machine that you have created. Select it. Then you have to click on edit virtual machine settings and here on the left hand side you have to click on hard disk. So now in order to add a hard disk, you have to click on the add option that is on the left hand corner. Then you have to select hard disk, click on next. Keep this selected to whichever is being recommended. On my end it's NVMe. I will keep this selected to NVMe. Click on next. Create a new virtual disk. Click on next. Space, if you want to reduce it, then you can reduce it. I will recommend you to keep it as it is. Again you have to click on next. Don't make any changes. Click on finish. So now we have additionally added a hard disk. Now you can click on OK and again click on play virtual machine. So now we are done with the first step where we have installed Windows 11 on a virtual machine and added a new hard disk. Now in the next step we have to customize Windows 11 so that we can have a proper and optimized copy of Windows 11. Now here you have two different options. Either you can manually do this or you can use any kind of third-party software or any kind of application like Windows 11 debloater. If you want to go with any kind of third-party application, then I've already created a video. You can check that video. I will be using only one tool. The rest of the thing I will be doing and optimizing manually. So for that, right click on the Windows icon now. Click on settings. From the left hand menu option, click privacy and security. And in the Windows permission, you need to disable general speech and inking and typing personalization. To disable all these options, do the same with the speech, inking, diagnostic and feedback. Then in the app permission, whichever application you don't want to use, like you can go to the location. If you don't need the location in the custom ISO, then you can disable it. Contacts, I think majority of the people, they do not use it. And no need to keep in the custom ISO, so we can also disable that. Phone call, if you think that in the custom ISO the phone call should not be there, then you can disable it. There are many more things like task, messaging, so we will disable all of them. You can also disable the notifications. And once you are done from the setting, now you can close it. And now before proceeding with the more optimization, if we bring up the task manager and go to the performance, so right now you can see this kind of process, the thread and the handle count is being used. Okay, so we will be optimizing it more so that the custom ISO that we create should be more optimized with the best performance. Now next you have to click on your Windows search, type sysdm.cpl. Again hit the enter key. Then from the top menu option you need to click on advanced. Under the performance, click on settings. And it should be selected to let Windows choose that enable all kind of animation. So select the third option and enable only few of them, like animate windows when minimizing and maximizing, show thumbnail instead of icon, and a smooth edges of a screen font. Click apply, click on OK. And if you also want to increase the virtual memory, then you can also do that by going to the advanced section. I've already created a video on this as well. If you want to increase it, then you can increase it. Now next, bring up the Microsoft Edge, and in the search box you have to type optimizer, and then you have to click on this link, GitHub Helzerg Optimizer, the finest Windows optimizer. And before running it, let me show you. If I go and check this link in the virus total, because you might have a question that whether this tool is safe or not. So let me show you. I will go in the URL section, paste the link and hit the enter key. So now you can see it says no security vendor flagged this URL as malicious, and it's absolutely clean. Okay, so you don't have to worry. So come to this page, then you have to click on the latest from the right hand side. Scroll down a bit, then click on optimizer 16.5.exe, and the file will be quickly downloaded. Click on the downloaded file. Click on yes. Choose your language, whichever is your preferred language. Click on the tick mark. And now it will be checking for the requirement, and very soon the optimizer dashboard will be up. Bingo. So now you can see this kind of page will be up. Now here you get different kind of categories, and in the general you can do some kind of optimization. First, enable optimize performance. Show all notification icon. If you want to disable, you can disable it. Remove menus delay. Optimizer network, I will optimize it. Disable error reporting, disable compatibility assistant. If you don't need the printer fax kind of service on your custom ISO, then you can also disable it. But if you want that ISO must be able to connect to the printer properly, then you need to uncheck it. Then in the disk drive, if you want to disable the super fetch, hibernation, search, you can disable it. Office telemetry, I would recommend you to disable all of them. Privacy, disable telemetry task, and disable media player sharing. I won't check this. Then come to the Windows 11 section. Restore classic file explorer. So on Windows 11, if you want that this custom ISO should not give you this kind of new Windows 11 file explorer, instead it should give you the old one, that is a classic file explorer, then you can enable this option. Hide taskbar weather, so I don't want this. Taskbar search, disable my people, yes, I will disable it. Enable long path, disable TPM check. Very important, if you want, while installing this custom ISO on any computer, it should not ask you for the TPM, then you can disable this option. Sensor service, I will disable it. Remove cast to device, disable virtualization based security, I will not disable it. Restore classic photo viewer. If you need the old classic photo viewer, that is a good application, I like it, then you can restore it. Disable modern standby. Windows update, if you want to disable the automatic update, then you can go ahead and disable it. If you want to disable the insider service, you can disable that. In the taskbar, disable the widget, disable the chat, stickers. Enhance privacy, disable news and interest. Start and menu add, disable edge, telemetry, edge discover. Enable the game mode, disable Xbox Live, disable Xbox game bar. Disable Windows Ink, disable spell checking, disable cloud clipboard. It's all up to you. Whichever you want to disable, you can disable it. In the extra, enable classic right click menu. Now this is very important. Now if on Windows 11, if you right click on the desktop, you see the new context menu. Even if you right click on any of the application, you find this kind of context menu where every time you have to click on show more option. And if you don't want this kind of option and need the old one, then you can enable the classic right click menu. Disable the Copilot AI. If you don't need the Copilot, then you can also disable it. Then come to the UW application, and from here you can uninstall any unwanted UWP application like .NET Framework, Microsoft Your Phone, Windows Map. I will disable Microsoft Windows Map, Microsoft Windows Feedback Hub. Then I can look for a store purchase app, Power Automate Desktop, I don't need it. Microsoft People, I don't need it. So Lighter Collection, I don't need it. Now make sure that you do all these optimization properly. Do not miss any one of them. Get Help, I really don't need it. Bing Weather, Bing News, I will disable it. Xbox Game Overlay, I don't need it. Clipchamp, I don't need it. Microsoft Get Started, I will disable it. Edge Stable, I will leave as of now. Okay, so check whatever you want to disable. You can just choose it, and then you can click on uninstall from the right hand side. Click on yes. Then you need to come to the startup application, and if from here you can manage the startup application, then come to the app, and from here you can install any kind of application on the computer, whichever you want to. Now I won't recommend you to install from here. You can go ahead and manually install from the browser. Then we have the cleaner section, network, host, registry. If you want to apply any kind of tweak here, then you can apply it. Alright, so once you're done, finally you have to click on restart to apply changes. Click on yes, and the virtual machine will be now restarting in order to apply the changes. Alright, so the computer has been restarted, and we are also done with the second step where we have optimized and customized Windows 11. At this time, if I right click on the desktop, so you can see we have the old context menu. That looks cool. And even if I bring up the file explorer, so it shows me the old classic file explorer. Now additionally, what else you can do, you can click on the Windows icon, and whichever application you find here that you really don't need, you can just right click on it and click on uninstall. You can even click on all apps here and look over the list here. Whichever you don't need, just go ahead, right click on it and uninstall it. So keep in mind, the more you will optimize it, the better customizer you will have. So once you are done, now we have to also install the application here, some software, so that this customizer, once we will export it, it should come along with the pre-installed software. So for example, I will be installing the Google Chrome browser, VLC Media Player, Revo uninstaller, and few more application. Now this will depend on you that what all kind of software you want in this customizer. Okay, so this will depend on different user that what kind of taste they have, what kind of application they need. So for the demo purpose, I'm only downloading few of them like Chrome, VLC, and the Revo uninstaller. Okay, so we are done with installing the application. We installed Chrome, Revo, and VLC Media Player. So we are done with the first and the second method now, where we have installed Windows 11, optimized and customized Windows 11, and also downloaded some kind of application. Okay, so once you are done with the optimization and installing the software, you need to bring up the file explorer. Right click on the DVD drive, then choose eject, and then you need to right click on the C drive, click on properties, and here at the bottom you will find allow file on this drive to have content index in addition to file properties. So you need to uncheck this option, click on apply, click on OK, click on OK, click on continue, click on ignore all, and wait until the attributes are being applied. And now finally we have to start creating the image of this custom ISO. So for that you have to go ahead and shut down the computer. Shut down the virtual machine. And once it's been closed, again search for VMware from your real computer. Bring up the virtual machine. From the left hand side, you have to click the virtual machine that you have created. Then right click on it. Click on settings. Here click on CD, DVD, SATA. Then on the right hand side, in use ISO image file, make sure the ISO has been selected. Now click on OK. Click on play virtual machine. And now you need to press the F10 key from your keyboard. And this will show you this kind of boot manager. Here you have to select VMware Virtual SATA CD-ROM drive. Select and hit the enter key. Again press any key to boot from the CD. Now don't worry, we are not going to do any kind of installation. We will be opening the command prompt from the startup so that we can run some kind of command. And once you see the Windows setup page, here you have to click on next. Then from the left hand corner, you have to click on repair your computer. And this will display you the advanced option. Here you have to click on troubleshoot. Click on command prompt. And the black window will be coming up. So here first we need to find out both the drive, that is the C drive where our Windows has been installed, and the second one will be the custom drive that we created. So we need to find out the drive letter. So for that, what you can do, you can start with the C drive. So type C colon and hit the enter key. Now you will inside the C drive. Now in order to find out that what exactly this drive contain, type dir, again hit the enter key. And we can see here that it contains all the Windows user file. That means that drive C contains the Windows operating system. Now we also need to find the another drive that we created by the name custom. So after C we can try with D. So I will type D colon again, hit the enter key. Then type dir. And it says volume in drive D is custom. So we are now confirmed that C contains the operating system and D is the custom that we created. And so now we can run the command in order to create the ISO image. So for that you have to type the command dism, and all these commands you will find in the description. Dism space / capture dash image / image file colon, and then you have to type the drive letter of the custom drive. So our custom drive is drive D, so I will type D. On your end, if it's different, then you can type that colon again, then back / install.wim space / capture dir colon, and then you have to type the drive letter of the operating system, that is our C drive. So I will type C colon again, and then back / give a space / then type name colon, and you have to type the name of this custom ISO. I will type Windows 11 _ custom. That's it. Now hit the enter key, and the deployment will be now started, and it may take about like 3 to 4 minutes. So you will have to wait until the process has been completed. Alright, so the operation completed successfully, and it only took about like 1 to 2 minutes. So it won't take much time. Now once it's been done, you can close the command prompt, click on continue, and wait until the Windows 11 load up again. Okay, so now this time if I bring up the file explorer and go to this PC and open the custom E drive, so you can see that we have the new file here by the name install.wim. So now we are only remaining with the final step where we will be replacing the real install.wim file from the Windows 11 ISO with this custom WIM file. So first what you need to do, you need to copy this file and paste in your real computer. In case the copy and paste doesn't work, then you can click on the player icon at the left and top, or up to manage, click on virtual machine settings. From the top, click on options, click on VMware tools, check this option of synchronize guest time with the host, click on OK. Now again you can try copying the file and pasting in your real computer. Still if it doesn't work, then you can click on player again, hover up to manage, click on install VMware tools. Then go to this PC and you will find the icon of VMware tool here. Just make a double click on it. Click on yes. Click on next, install, and let the VMware tool get installed. And then you have to click on finish. Now it will ask you to restart. So go ahead and restart the computer. Now basically installing the VMware tool on the virtual machine allow the virtual machine operating system to work properly. Okay, so you have to go with this step and wait until the Windows 11 has been restarted again. Once restarted, again bring up the file explorer, go to the custom drive, copy the install.wim file, and then go back to the real computer and paste it. You will find that it says copying file install.wim from virtual machine. That will be displayed on your virtual machine. So wait until the copying file process is being completed. And now it's pasting in the real computer here. And once it will be copied, then it will be automatically pasting in the real computer folder. So once pasted, now you can see that we can find the install.wim on a real computer. So now we can go ahead and replace the original install.wim file with this custom created WIM file. Now I understand you might be thinking that the process is very lengthy, but trust me guys, if you do not skip any part, watch each and every step and apply them properly, then it will be done very quickly without having any kind of problem. Alright, so now let's come back to the real computer. So now we have the install.wim file and we have to replace with the real one. So for that you need to download an application by the name AnyBurn. Search AnyBurn and you will be getting the first official website. You need to click on it. Then click on download from the top menu option. Choose 32/64-bit, whichever you want to go with. And once it's been downloaded, you have to go ahead and run it. And after installing it, you will be getting this kind of AnyBurn dashboard. Now here from the right hand corner, you will find the edit image file. So click on it. Now it says select an image file. So you have to locate to the image file of the real Windows 11 ISO that you have downloaded from the official website of Microsoft. So click on browse and select the real Windows 11 ISO. Select and click on open. Then you have to click on next. Now it will load all kind of Windows installation file. Here on the right hand side, you have to click on the sources, make a double click on it. And then here you have to look for install.wim because we will be deleting this one from here. And then we will be adding the custom .wim file that we created. So come to the I section and look for install.wim. Here it is. Once you get it, select it. Then from the top, you have to click on remove. Click on yes. So we have removed the original WIM file. Now we will be adding the new one that we created. So for that, you have to click on add. And then locate to the place where you have pasted the new custom WIM file. So I pasted in the document, I believe. Here it is. I will select it. Then need to click on add. Once added, now you can click on next. If you want to rename it, then you can rename, like I can just type and then click on create now. So now this process will take about like 7 to 8 minutes. So you have to wait, and after that you will have the final ISO with you. Alright, so finally the creation of this ISO has been created now, and you can see it says creating image file finished successfully. And on the top you can find the destination file. It's saved in the D drive by the name Windows 11 23H2 custom ISO. Alright, so now we can just go ahead and exit it. And if I go to the same location now, so I can find the ISO now, Win 11 23H2 custom. Alright, so now you're good to go. Either you can create a bootable USB or you can start using this ISO. And let me show you now that how exactly it works. So I will go ahead again and install this ISO custom ISO on a virtual machine, and after that I show you that it will come with the pre-installed software and it will be an optimized and customized copy of Windows 11. Okay, bingo. So now you can see that it installed with the same software that we installed on the custom ISO, that is Google Chrome, Revo and the VLC Media Player. And even they have the same user account that we created while installing the Windows 11 for custom ISO. Now if I talk about the optimization, so if I right click on the desktop, so you can see we have the old context menu only. Even if I right click on the application, so these are the changes we made while creating the custom ISO. Even if I click on the Windows icon, I can only find few of the application here. So you can see all the bloatware are being removed, and this is a optimized copy of Windows 11. And as I said in the beginning, that it all depends on you, that how deeply you optimized this copy of Windows 11 or Windows 10, whichever you want to. Now I shared the method with you guys. This is exactly the way that you can create your own ISO. A part of this, you can do many more things, like you can change the wallpaper that will be appearing on the custom copy of Windows 10 or 11. So that's all guys for today. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If yes, do not forget to like and subscribe, and I see you in the next video. Bye bye.